For today's video, I'm going to show you how you can handle crab. First thing I wanted to show you here is how you can grab a crab here without it pinching you with its claws. So the most important thing you need to note about crabs is when you grab them from the back here, their claws can actually not reach all the way down. If you grab them any other way, like say you think, okay, maybe I grab them from the front, that's not going to work. One of the most common mistakes people make is that they grab the crabs like this from the underside of the shell. What can happen now is that he can actually, or she can actually reach down to your finger and pinch you. She also has the smaller claws that she can grip you with. So try to grab the crab here from the back. If it's a smaller crab, you can also grab them from the side here. His claws are not going to make it all the way back there. So now that you know how to grab it, I want to show you how you can put it so that it doesn't move, run away, or anything like that. Usually when you put a crab on its back like this, he's not going to be able to move at all. So if you put him like this, pretty much incapacitate him. And yeah, when you need him again, you can lift him up, remember, from behind. One of the biggest mistakes people make when they catch crabs, especially in pots, is that they pull them apart when they try to get them out of the pot. So I wanted to show you how you can get them out of the pot without damaging them. You've been out crabbing and you caught one in your pot here. Problem is he has gripped onto the net of the pot and you're wondering, how do you make him release without damaging him? It's pretty simple really. You take your little pinching grip here, your thumb and index finger. You can also use the middle finger if you need more strength, and you grab a hold of the front of his claws like this. Don't worry, it's not going to hurt you. What you want to do next here is use a lot of force and simply pull really hard, and you're going to pull him free like this. Problem is, if you do it any other way, like say grab a hold of him like this, or maybe you grab the claws or anything like that, is that you're going to pull off the claws. That's not lethal in itself, but the problem is when you pull it like that, it's not going to release the claws. What's going to happen instead is that you're actually going to pull off the inner part of his claws, and then the claws are not going to grow back out. You're simply going to bleed to death very slowly. So be responsible, pull the claws off properly. It's not going to hurt you when you hold the claws, and you should have a happy crab that is ready to be cooked a little bit later. Alright, so you got the crab out of the pot, and now you're wondering how you're going to store it until you can make it home and put it in a pot or in some kind of container to store it. Well, I wanted to tell you that crabs are really sturdy, or what should I say? They are survivors. They're not going to die very fast, especially if it's cold outside. To store them, what you can do temporarily is that you can put them somewhere in the shade that is a little bit humid, or pretty humid. For example, you can take a rag or some old newspaper, make it wet and put it on top of them, and the crabs are going to survive for a long time. If it's summer, what we like to do is that we put them in a bucket with cold water. Just keep in mind that once the oxygen runs out of the water, the crabs are going to die. Sometimes it's just better to put them in shade somewhere. Once you got the crab ready, you can put it in a pot or cook it. But I think I'm going to make a different video to show you how you can cook it and end their lives in a humane way. So I'm going to link that video here up next, so you can tap here on the screen, jump over to that one, and I'll see you there.